Hey, Miss Hog, how you doing? I'm still trying to get over this little cold of mine that I got like immediately after my job made me take a flu shot. But I'm feeling a little better, still a little nasally, but overall feeling a little better. Didn't have any fevers or anything, so I thought, you know what? It's just a cold. I just gotta let it pass. Keep taking my little cold medicine, my little Tylenol. But how have you been? Come on in, everybody. I got people on YouTube. I got people on Instagram. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody's weekend is going great. Tonight we're going to be discussing Greenleaf, Season 3, Episode 10. And the title of the show was called The Promised Land. So did everybody get to watch it? It was a lot of revelations revealed on this last episode. So I hope everybody got to watch it. But you know I'm gonna give y'all the rundown like no other. But anyway, make sure you like the video on YouTube, and also YouTube people, all my YouTube friends, please make sure you also follow me on Instagram at Tanya Primetime TV. And those of you on Instagram, make sure you look me up on YouTube under Tanya's Primetime TV /media reviews and hit subscribe and hit the bell so you can get all my live notifications. And also in the link on our Facebook, in the link in the chat on YouTube, it has our link to our Facebook group, which is also Tanya's Primetime TV /media reviews. So make sure you look me up on Facebook and request to join our group, and I will add you to the group. Y'all know nothing about the little red cup. You don't never know what's in the little red cup. But anyway, let's get started, y'all. The show has started off with Lady May. She was sitting at her desk, at the church in her office, and she was emailing everybody, her kids and her husband, the bishop. Well, not husband anymore. But anyway, she was emailing them regarding the finality of her and Bishop's divorce. And each of the children, they were, really saddened by it. They was brought to tears while reading it. But Lady May, she seemed, very emotionless, while penning the email. And Bishop, he's sitting there reading the letter to Percy like he's just reading the Sunday paper. Just reading the living section in the Sunday paper over a fresh hot cup of coffee. And I'm like, okay, I think what's going on there was May and Bishop. They obviously, they like, what, this been over for quite some time now. Our relationship, been in jeopardy. So, they wasn't really fazed by it, the finality of the divorce. But the children, on the other hand, they were like, I think they were like, basically hoping or praying that their parents would eventually reconcile with each other. But, it didn't work. Hey, Trish. I love saying your name. Your YouTube name is like, Trish. How you doing, hon? We just discussing Greenleaf the last episode. But yep, just talking about how the bishop and them is finally divorced. The divorce is finalized now. And Carissa, who still at that time had no idea about the kiss. She was really frustrated, over Tasha because the parishioners were calling, trying to find out where is Tasha? Why she quit? What's going on? She's been in that church for quite some time because before she started working under Jacob, her husband, Basie Skanks, he used to be the minister there. So she has been there for some time, and then she just upped and left with no explanation. And keep in mind, Carissa is still a principal at a school. So she had has to still do work there, run the school, and now she has to pick up where Tasha left off. Oh, thank you, Trish. Thank you. I'll be just, messing around with this, that, and the third, trying to work some stuff, be a little different. But meanwhile, she asked Jacob, what's going on? Why Tasha left? He up there playing dumb, clueless, acting like he don't know what's going on. He's like, I don't know. She just up and left. She just up and left. But in other news, Coralie, the white lady that Grace and Rochelle have been trying to help get exonerated. She had murdered her husband. She claimed it was self-defense. But the DA has been making some threats, and it's mainly because of the fact that Grace is working on her case. Yep, Miss Hall, Clarissa does have her hands full now. And the DA, he had basically threatened Grace. So I guess Coralie was like thinking she didn't have a chance of hell with her case, and that she was going to end up doing, 25 to life, maybe longer. So she had came to terms like, you know what, I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to, take the plea or, whatever, and just plead, guilty and hopefully get out in like 10 or 15. But Grace tried to stop her. No, please don't do it. Don't do it. We can help you. We have a great attorney for you. But it took Rochelle. It took Rochelle getting to her that made her change her mind. Rochelle was like, you know what? I understand what you're going through. But when I was a young girl and my mother went to jail, went to prison, her and her siblings, they was left with family members. They was left in foster homes. They were bouncing house to house to house. And she was telling her, you know what? That's a very terrible, terrible thing for your children to go through, especially if they left, in the hands of the wrong caretaker. And y'all know how the foster system could be. So, we don't even need to go there. But then, I guess she finally got to her. And I was like, okay, Rachel, like I was saying in my last review, Rochelle, she's like a Jekyll and Hyde to me. That's how I look at her, like a Jekyll and Hyde. Do y'all agree? On one hand, she's this conniving, sultry, sexist, sneaky snake. And on the other hand, it's like she has a heart. Or maybe she's just perpetrating so that people think she has a heart. But anywho, she managed to get her to, take her children into consideration. And she told her, you know what? Okay, I'll sit down with this attorney, the attorney that you guys have in mind. I'll give him a chance to talk to me and I'll listen to him. And after talking to him, she realized, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go to trial and we're going to take our chances, because the lawyer, the attorney, he basically, told her, believe in me, trust in me. I got this. I got you. We are going to win. Now, I really, really hope that this attorney, is really as good as he seems. And I really hope that her case is basically like an open, I don't know, online dating. Or, moving too fast with people you really don't know. And basically, how some women need the assistance of self-defense funds after they murder or injure somebody they are married or dating to in self-defense. Because 9 times out of 10, you really need some hardcore proof to prove that you really murdered that person in self-defense. Especially, like I mentioned last night in my live, if you are ever in any kind of danger, being threatened, beaten, anything like that by a spouse or a mate, you have to tell somebody. Because in the end, that's what it all comes down to. Did you tell? Did you go to the police? Did you file a restraining order? Did you, press charges? So basically, they got her to believe, listen, we got you. I really hope they do. Again, she's still a wolf and she's closing, so don't forget that. But it looks like Grace's plans of getting some dirt on Rochelle is finally working. That's the whole reason why she went to Rochelle to help her out with this self-defense fund, because Rochelle has, experience with accounting and finance and everything and raising money. So she used her in a way to help her raise money for this fund, but also she used her as a way to keep close to her because she knew something wasn't right about that girl. She knew something wasn't right. And finally, she found out some information, found out that she used to be in a foster system. Darius, her boyfriend, also did some research and find out the address, where the foster lady lives. And they still say the same address. So they took a road trip up there, to see the old foster lady. Now, as far as um, the bishop, he literally, oh yeah, she's about to get busted. Rochelle is about to get busted. The bishop, he just literally got divorced. Did y'all see Rochelle when she came up to him and she was inquiring about his divorce? And she was like, so how's the divorce going? Is it final? And he reluctantly told her, yeah, it's final. I'm a single man now. We're divorced. Stamped and sealed. Stamped and sealed. And she was up there like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Maybe I can go out with you and we can get some drinks. And, we can discuss it, or maybe I can help console you. I'm like, yeah, she want to console him, all right. That heifer wants to console him, all right. She want to console him right out of some more of his money from his account into her account. And do y'all think it's all over? Okay, y'all saw how Tasha, she's really going through it right now. She's been drinking and drinking and drinking. I mean, she was like white girl wasted. When Carissa found out, okay, they hired that African accountant. They hired him to help with the money. Let me get a drink. Ooh, nice and refreshing. But anyway, they had hired that accountant, to go over the money, and all the accounts of the church. And when Carissa found out that something just wasn't sitting right, I was like at that time, I wonder if it's over for Tasha and Rochelle. Their team, their scams that they've been trying to pull, over the church. Because that new accountant, he literally just got hired. But you know what they say about, I was watching somebody else's review, and they was like, them Africans over there. Some of them Africans are always up to something, trying to scam people out their money. I'm sure y'all done got an email before from them African countries that says something like, you have won something, or I have won some money, or I received some money from, somebody who passed away, and I would like you to put this money in your account and I'll pay you a certain amount of fee. You done got them emails before. They know all about they know all about, putting money here, pulling it from here, scamming each other and stuff. So they got the right person to find out that, something wasn't right with them accounts. But some money was missing. It was like $200,000. I didn't realize that they had took that much. But yeah, Nigerian email scales. Yep, Miss Hawk. But I finally figured it out. I have been like, what is the end game? What is the end game? I don't still know what the final end game is for Tasha, Basie, and Rochelle. But we learned a lot of revelations in the last episode, like for a fact that, okay, 200,000 is missing so far. I was trying to figure out how Bishop, how he was believing that he was making money off some investments for Rochelle. Remember when she showed him, his phone, this how much money you made, and once he saw that money, his eyes lit up and he was like, oh my God, okay, I'll never doubt you again, and he gave her a hug and all that kind of stuff, and he said he'll never, not trust her again. And now I see they was pulling money from the church's offerings, and some of the offerings was going elsewhere, and some of the offerings was going to the bishop's account. So the bishop, it was looking like he's receiving money, from his investments, but he's actually getting money from his son Jacob's offering. This is not going to go over good when it comes to the bishop. Not at all. Not at all. What I think is going to happen is that they might think that the bishop might have been in cahoots because of the fact that he's so close to to Rochelle. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking, but that's what I'm thinking. Y'all know I'll always be out there reaching a little bit when I be trying to predict what be happening in these shows that I be reviewing. But Miss Zora, she's a trip. Why on earth, y'all, why do y'all think that she is settling for this dude? Like, what will it take for her to learn that she deserves better? When her phone went off, remember when he was doing his radio interview and her phone had went off? And it was actually a message from the college. I think it was Spelman. It was a message from Spelman because she's trying to go to college. Although she dropped out of school, to run away and be with him. I don't know if she was planning on going back to school or getting her G. I don't know what she was planning on doing. But anyway, she had got a message from them and he went off. I thought he was going to choke the snot out of that girl. She was scared. She was really looking terrified, but I guess, not scared enough to leave him, not yet. And I'm like, girl, ain't nobody ever told you that love is not supposed to hurt. This man had put his hands on you. I mean, he don't want you to go to school. All he wants her to do is be up under him. He wants her to be on the road with him on all his tours. And I'm like, why? Because to me, it don't even seem like he like her. Like, do y'all get that feeling? Like, he always look at her in disgust. Like, I don't know. He always look and talk to her like in disgust. I never really see him show some kind of compassion for her. He seems to be one of those type of guys who just like to have their thumb on somebody, like to try to keep them under their thumb, try to make them do what, they want them to do all the time. And yeah, Ms. Hogg Zora definitely needs to take her butt right back home where there is some real love, because that fool don't love her. He don't love her at all. And I'm hoping she don't get pregnant. Oh, God. I'm hoping she don't get pregnant by him. But anyway, as far as Pastor Maxine and Grace, why do y'all think she really doesn't want Grace to preach? Why do y'all think she really is trying to take over this church? And why is it that Pastor Maxine is so insistent on her leading the choir? She wants her doing everything now. She wants her singing. She wants her to be the pastor. She wants her running the church because Bishop's no longer running the church. But what's wrong with Grace? And Maxine said, if Grace was to run the church, Grace is a little bit younger, than, her mother, Lady May. So maybe she would be able to pull in a younger, a younger generation, into the church. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I said it before. I think it would be a really bad idea for Lady May to run that church. She is just mentally, not like she's mentally unstable or anything, but she's like one of those grandmothers that you just hate to get dropped off at her house on the weekends. Like, she can be nice, but she's so strict, and you can see that, when she's dealing with her children and stuff and dealing with different people at the church. So I'm with Grace. I think she should be running the church. But y'all, when the ex first lady, which is Tasha Banks, again earlier I said she was white girl wasted, getting drunk because she's depressed and everything. She was toe back crunk. And she was all up in Rochelle's face when Rochelle came to her house and she was asking her, what's going on? Why you sitting here? Why you drunk? She was like, I quit. Rochelle was like, what you mean? She said, I quit. She was like, you didn't quit. You just left the church. Just left the church for them to find out, all the stuff that you've been up to. She's like, I don't care. He already got the money. Bishop already withdrew the money. I quit. She was told up. And then the way Rochelle was looking at her, she had her arms crossed. I was like, man, is Rochelle about to go upside her head? I thought she was about to go upside her head. But anyway, she was like, you know what? Jacob is a good man. I'm tired of doing this. I don't want to do this anymore. And I knew it. I had said before that I really think she was falling for him. But this girl is truly like head over heels in love with Jacob. Like head over heels in love. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. When she told her she better go back, she was like, nope, I'm not going back. I'm done. I'm finished. Kaput. You on your own. And she was walking her to the door, telling her to get the hell out. If you don't get out, I'm going to call the cops and all this. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm thinking, from the look of Rochelle's face, I do not recommend you calling the cops on that girl because if looks could kill, it looked like she wanted to slap the taste out of Tasha's mouth. But finally, she was like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. But what do y'all think about Rochelle and the bishop? Like, his divorce. The ink ain't even dry yet. Do y'all think... Do y'all think that she is going to become his woman? Do y'all think he is going to now be sugar daddy Bishop? Before he finds out about all the funds, where they really been coming from. He has taken the term rebound to a whole nother level. They sitting out there, on the deck, on the porch, sipping wine or whatever they drinking, all close, all up on each other. I'm like, oh Lord, they look like they just about to crawl into bed with each other. They getting that close. They wasn't wasting no time. And I'm like, back to Tasha Banks, as far as, she was so drunk. When she called, matter of fact, no, she didn't call. When Carissa called her, because Carissa, she went to Jacob. She was like, what's going on? Where's this money going from? Call Tasha. He was like, she ain't answering. Call her again. She ain't answering. Call her again. She's not answering. Oh, she's going to answer. You keep calling her because I want her to know that we are on her and we know that she took some money. They don't know what she did exactly, but they know something ain't right, and $200,000 is missing from the offer fund. And so, anyway, she finally reaches her, and she's calling her, just to find out and inquire about the funds. Tasha's so drunk. She was like, hello, I'm so sorry. It was just a kiss. I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. Carissa was like, huh? What you talking about? What kiss? She was like, why you acting like you so mad at me? She was drunk, y'all. She was like toe back. Carissa, she was like trying to, inquire more about the kiss. And then she just hung up the phone. Tasha was just like, click, and probably passed out on the couch. But anyway, she was pissed. She ran up on Jacob, swinging and punching on him and accusing him for, having another affair, because y'all remember Jacob and them had separated before, because Jacob had affairs before, not with one person, not with two persons, but with like 3 women. Jacob has been dipping and dapping all around town, and they had separated. But they had got back together. He promised he would never do it again. And although he had said to her, it was just a kiss, I stopped it. I put her in her place. I told her, you know what? I'm a married man. I'm a faithful man, and I'm not doing this. I give him credit. I give him credit because before he would have pulled out that little couch bed in his office at the church and got up no draws. Yes, Pastor. Yes, Pastor. But he's a brand new man now. But anywho, I was like, she was tearing him up, and then Grace, after her and her boyfriend had done some investigation and found out some information on Rochelle's real identity. Okay, now this, we already knew that she was Basie's sister, but I guess they have the same father. And the guy who had died in the bishop's old church, in the fire, remember the fire? His last name was James. Same last name as Rochelle's old name. I don't know if her Rochelle Cross, I don't know if that's her husband's name, because remember her husband had passed. I don't remember if they mentioned it how he passed, or if she had anything to do with that. I don't remember if they mentioned that or not. Y'all let me know if y'all can remember. But anywho, what do y'all think about that? Like, her father, potentially, I guess, is the man who died in the fire. That's how they making it seem. And Basie and her, when they came back to Tasha's house, and Tasha, she been assuming that he's been dead, killed. I don't know what she thought, but she thought he was dead because where has he been? Where was he? And she even told Rochelle, why is you mentioning his name? Because he's dead. When she brought him back to her house and Basie walked up to her that door, Tasha, it was like she saw a ghost. She dropped the lamp because she came to the door. She came ready, y'all. She picked that lamp up. She's like, Rochelle, didn't I tell you not to come back to my house? She picked up that lamp and went to that door, ready, set, go. Opened the door, saw him, froze, was shook, was like shaking, dropped the lamp, and he walked up to her. He was like, Tasha, I heard that you've been a bad girl. What do y'all think about that? I'm like, was that a threat? See, I don't really know what truly was going on in a relationship. I know that Basie had a gambling problem. I know that. I know that he spent some of the church's money. I know that. Is the money that they're siphoning from the church, is that covering like his debts? Or is that going to help him build a new church? Because remember Rochelle said that we got to keep doing this so that Basie can come back. Come back for what? I don't know. If he was trying to get his church back from Jacob, or if he's trying to build another church. So I'm still, like I said, I still don't know the end game yet, like the final end game. But we did receive, some revelations throughout the TV show. So I'm looking forward to, the next episode to find out, what exactly Basie was trying to mean when he was, I think he's making threats. Like, I don't know if he's going to make her go back to the church, because that wouldn't seem like the proper thing to do, especially since they already found out that $200,000 is missing from the church funds. So I don't know what they planning, y'all, but I'm looking forward to the next episode. You said Basie said, I heard you being a bad girl. He's going to get her. She did look scared. She looked like she about to piss her pants. She looked like she was about to piss her pants. I was like, oh my goodness. But the way that he was talking to her, like I said, I don't know exactly what was going on in a relationship between them two. I just know that he had money problems, gambling problems, things like that. Hey, Cassandra, talking to my Instagram peeps. Hey, I got you all on Instagram, and I also got my YouTube going at the same time. But, so we shall see. We shall see. I don't know. Do y'all think that there was some kind of domestic violence in a relationship as well? Y'all let me know. And also let me know, do y'all think Zora is gonna leave? Because when her boyfriend was asleep, she had took out her laptop, she had checked her messages, she read the message from Spellman. They said they accepted her. But she still dropped out of high school. So I don't know if she's gonna go back home, finish high school, and then get into Spelman, or if he's gonna find out that she's trying to leave. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. What y'all think Miss Zora is going to do. And also tell me what y'all think Basie is going to do with Tasha. But anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in tonight. This was a great show. The episode was a great episode. Also, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already subscribed. Tanya's Primetime TV /media reviews for those of you on Instagram. And also for those of you on YouTube who are watching, my Instagram is Tanya Primetime TV. So make sure you follow me on all my different social media sites so that you make sure you can always get my notifications of when I go live. And in the meantime and in between time, Primetime Squad, as usual, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.